Okay, very good morning, everyone. Welcome to the briefing on Friday, the 24th of February. So first of all, taking a look at the synoptic, we can see isobars are reasonably spaced at the moment, and we've got this front to the north of us, reasonably weak by the looks of it. Going back to the overnight chart, you see it's progressed a reasonable distance down, but I'm hoping, this is the midday chart, I'm hoping it's not really going to get to us until mid to late afternoon, if it does get to us at all. Looking ahead to tomorrow, doesn't look like any frontal activity, so it should be a bit more settled. Isobars becoming a little bit closer together, but not going to be desperately windy still. And further ahead to Sunday, again looking reasonably nice, quite high pressure, so it should be again reasonably settled. Has actually been a warning of fog for today, from midday till 3 p.m. So we'll watch out for that. But at the moment, it looks quite clear out there. But yeah, just a risk that might happen later. And winds today, flying height at the middle of the day, we're looking pretty much northerly at about 20 knots. It's going to make it a little bit difficult, but we will still be on the main runway. Looking at the sat pic, we can see the progression of that front up here. But I don't think it's going to get down towards us until quite a bit later. Otherwise, reasonably dense cloud cover, but nothing too low, mostly. And looking at the rain radar again, you can see that front probably up here to the north. Other than that, little spots of rain around. I'm hoping we won't get any today, but I suspect we might get a little bit of drizzle at times, and possibly the odd shower, certainly later on in the afternoon. And that's much what the public forecast suggests. Sort of thick cloud all day, a little bit of rain possibly at 4 o'clock. Otherwise 10-20% chance of precipitation. The wind starting off very light from the west and going around more and more north, and then about 2 p.m. being northerly and going then easterly from that point onwards. So we're going to set up on 27, but we might find that if we're still flying mid to late afternoon, we might have to swap to 09. Visibility is good, but not stunning all day, and humidity is reasonably high. Top temperature today of about, well, in this area, 6 degrees, maybe 7 degrees, something like that, which is sort of in this bit here, and a dew point of 3 or 4 degrees. So a small but hopefully sufficient split there. And that's the current view outside, reasonably dark. There's quite a lot of that upper cloud, but what there is, I think, is high enough at the moment. I think it's just above 1,000 feet. Current temperature at Lasham is 1 degree with a dew point of -2. So Farnborough is currently observing scatter clouds at 1,600 feet, so that would be about 1,300 feet above here, and 5 knots from the west, varying a little bit. Their forecasts, 5 knots from the west, and for most of the day, scatter clouds at 1,800 feet. But they've also got a couple of other tempos in here, so good visibility, a little bit of light rain. That's from this morning up until 3 p.m. And also potentially broken clouds at 700 feet and drizzle. So they're covering themselves there. That's from 10 till 3. So could have anything really. I'm hoping it's going to be flyable most of the day. Odium is saying much the same in terms of their observations, but also suggesting at some point 11 till 3, scatter clouds at 500 feet, broken clouds at 1,000 feet, and light rain and drizzle. But the other tempos are reasonably optimistic. So I'm hoping, again, it's going to be flyable most of the day, but we might find the cloud base comes down or we get some rain or drizzle at some point. No TAMs, nothing to affect. These ones out to the west, you've got some danger areas, some paragliding up here, number 28, and 13, as usual, is Southampton's operating hours, but nothing that's going to affect us in the circuit today. So that's pretty much it for the weather. Operationally, we'll be on 27. In a fairly normal position over here. With that northerly component in the wind, we are going to have the cables on the north side of the runway. Winch probably about here somewhere, with the cables running along here like that. So make sure when we're towing out, or just in general, remember the cables are on the north side, and please don't taxi or walk across them. But other than that, it should be a reasonably normal, straightforward setup. Circuits will be as normal onto the grass. The runway won't be available for landing. One last thing, we've got a A321, I believe it's departing at 10 a.m. So You can get the gliders out, bring them out to runway 23, but don't take them any further, as we'll have to wait for that jet movement before we can really set up. If it turns out it's delayed, I'll let everyone know and we'll potentially go onto the runway, do some flying. But as it stands, just taxi out to runway 23. That's it. Should be hopefully a straightforward day. Hopefully it'll be flyable most of the day. I'll see you out on the airfield. Bye for now.